Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8/7 Central Time. You can find us streaming on Facebook or YouTube, whichever platform you'd prefer. Feel free to comment and ask any questions you have in the chat as you feel like it. I'll do my best to keep an eye on those comment sections and answer your questions as we go and after the stream as well. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. We start off with new information. A Wisconsin woman is dead after a Sunday ORV crash in Delta County. The Michigan State Police says it was called to a single ORV crash with life-threatening injuries and CPR in progress at 3:15 in the afternoon. That led troopers to 28 Road, about a quarter of a mile west of Highway 13 in Delta County. A 57-year-old woman from Ladysmith, Wisconsin, who was the passenger, died after EMS used life-saving measures. Troopers say the driver, a 53-year-old Rapid River man, is the victim's brother-in-law. The crash is still under investigation at this time. And absentee ballots for the August 6th primary election have hit mailboxes in Delta County. The ballots were mailed out on June 27th. Voters can return their absentee ballots in a drop box or by mail if postmarked on or before Election Day. Delta County election staff say a key difference between primary and general elections is that on August 6th, voters can only vote party line.
They need to make sure that they're only voting on one side. If they vote on both sides, the machine will not count their vote.
Absentee ballots can be placed in drop boxes at your local clerk's office until 8 in the evening on August 6th. Hansen recommends voters to sign and date the return envelope in the provided space. She says the signatures are compared with what's on file to ensure the voter is who they say they are. The state of Michigan allocated $1 million of debt relief for the Kiwanis Ski Club. The money will go towards a $3.6 million loan from the Great Lakes Sports Commission. The ski club took the loan in 2020 to modernize its ski jump. Kiwanis Ski Club's corresponding secretary, Susie Fox, says the Dickinson County community has supported them through the renovations.
The $1 million that's coming from the state is big, but we couldn't be where we are today without all of the other sponsors for the event and the people that have donated to the capital campaign along the way.
Fox also thanked State Senator Ed McBroom for his work securing the relief. And in continuing coverage, mental health professionals helped grieving Marquette community members today. 2 area teens died in car crashes this past week. TV6's Audrey Stetson tells us how you can be there for those around you who may be grieving these losses.
Nice Community Schools and Marquette area public schools gathered a team of counselors today to support students grieving the loss of their peers. Nice Superintendent Brian DeAugustine says it's important to allow them space to express themselves.
You know, people deal with grief differently, and it's always, the rawest right after it first happens. So, today and through the coming days, we just need to let everyone process this incredibly sad loss.
An 18-year-old man was killed in a crash last Monday on Marquette County Road 550, and a 17-year-old girl died in a crash Sunday on Marquette County Road 482. Mental health professionals encourage talking with someone about how you feel after a tragic event. But traumatologist Tracy Baxendale Ball says there are many ways to face, feel, and deal with trauma. She says the important thing is to prevent long-term issues by processing it as soon as you can, whatever way works best for you.
Such as writing about it, doing expressive arts, connecting to the outdoors, going for a walk, being in green spaces, praying, meditation, mindfulness.
Baxendale Ball says remembering a loved one is helpful for healing and growth.
Parents might want to have their child dig out photos of their friend, create some kind of place where that teen can go to remember their friends, create some kind of family ritual about that.
DeAugustine says to lose a young person is always devastating. He says it's best for parents of grieving kids to just be with them, even if they don't have much to say.
And I think it's important too, just for our students and our community to be together, because anytime you suffer a loss like this, leaning on each other is the most important thing, in my opinion.
For more mental health resources, go to uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. Audrey Stetson, TV6 News.
Thank you, Audrey. The Michigan State Police says it is investigating the cause of both of the car crashes. And with new details tonight, Delta County Sheriff's deputies say they're getting more calls for assistance this summer out on the water versus last year. And boating season and kayak season in the Upper Peninsula is just getting started. That's why the Marine Patrol is reminding lake goers of a few safety tips. Boaters must have distress tools like flares and cans of smoke to properly signal for help. Also, kayakers should wear a life vest and boats should have a life jacket for each person on board.
A lot of boaters that we've rescued where their boat has swamped and capsized, they said by the time they realized the boat was taking on water to the time it capsized, they wouldn't have had enough time to put their life jacket on.
Smith says you should also have a float plan where you tell someone where you're going and when you'll be back. That way, if you don't return on time, they can call 911. And kids are taking to the water for the Marquette Junior Yacht Club's sailing school. Students practice skills like tying knots, learning boat terminology, and sailing on a set course. The lessons last 4 weeks this summer at Marquette's Lower Harbor. Kids aged 8 to 17 are encouraged to join the fun. Instructor Rod Ross says they build teamwork skills.
Well, they learn about the weather, they learn about wind, they learn about sails, but they learn how to work together as well. And that's a life skill, that transfers obviously to everything.
She says it's a lifelong kind of learning. Lessons cost $200 per week per student. Trost says the club offers scholarships. For more information on those, go to uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And the Upper Peninsula Animal Welfare Shelter is one of many shelters joining the Bissell Pet Foundation to offer pet adoption discounts. The vacuum cleaner company sponsors Empty the Shelters. Cats are $5, dogs are $35, and small critters like rabbits are free. UPAW's Community Outreach and Volunteer Coordinator Ann Brownell says shelters across the nation are bursting at the seams.
More and more animals are coming in due to a variety of factors. So this is a way to get them into loving homes.
UPAW's cats and dogs aged 1 year and up are available for the adoption event. Empty the Shelters lasts July 9th through the 21st. The price includes the neuter, spay, vaccine, and microchip. And finally tonight, Queen City Running Company is hosting 2 races this month. The 4th annual Queen City Half Marathon and Breakwater 5K will be Saturday, July 27th. You can still register for the races before prices go up this weekend. Runners will have a chance to race around Marquette before enjoying a party at the Ordock Brewing Company. Proceeds from the event will go to JJ Pax and the Marquette High School cross-country team. Organizers say the race is a great way to enjoy the beauty of Marquette.
It's a great course, highlights all the big pieces of Marquette, the beauty along the lakeshore, up around Presque Isle, and then it's a fast finish. You have a nice 1.5 miles downhill coming down the Iron Ore Heritage Trail.
Again, organizers say the registration price will increase on Sunday, so they recommend signing up sooner rather than later. You can register for the races at our website, uppermichigansource.com. And that's all the stories we have for you tonight. I'll see you again tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. But first, you can find TV6's Mandy Koskela and Michael Sobek streaming from the TV6 Facebook page every weekday morning. That's at 8:45 Eastern Time. They'll be recapping top headlines from the morning on their show Beyond Your Morning News. Until next time, I'm Molly Birch, and thanks again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a great rest of your night.